thank you so much for being with us today, Drew. We're very excited to have you here. And yeah, so welcome.
Thank you. Great to speak with you.
So, Drew, I want to get started. Like, if you can tell us a little bit more about you and the business that you run.
Yeah, hi. So my name's Drew Meyers. I am the founder and head of an agency called Made Studios. Made Studios is a virtual studio marketing and advertising agency that works with clients primarily in the tech sector. We have folks located throughout the US, Europe, and Latin America. And we've been around for about 7 years.
Oh, that's great. It's been a long time, right? Let me ask you something. Do you remember where did you hear about Remote Talent LATAM first time?
Yeah, so as an owner of a small business in the agency space, I do know other owners of similar types of agencies, and we talk about, the challenges, I guess, of, operating a business like this. And one of those individuals recommended you for some just a way to connect with amazing talent located throughout Latin America and Europe.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah, we've been working together for 6 months now. I was reviewing our emails and our CRM, and we've been together for 6 months. First hire was Daniel. He's an account manager. He's still working with you, and now we have recruited 4 people. I think we also working in 3 new openings. So that's very excited. I guess that says a lot about the relationship we have built. Can you tell me a little bit more about how it was like working with us at the very beginning when we got the project started?
Yeah, so I was initially intrigued about what I heard from this other agency owner. He had a very positive experience with you. It was completely new to me to kind of think about staffing this way, and so we were connected. I provided information around the job roles that we were seeking to fill, provided job descriptions and other background information, and I was really impressed with how the team came back with numerous different potential candidates and the amount of information that you provided to kind of understand each of the candidates, which include their CV or resume, but also other things such as personality tests, other background information, portfolios. And I really appreciated the video kind of statements that were provided by each candidate to get a sense of each of the individual people before I actually met them.
That's awesome. What do you think was the main struggle that you have at that time? You wanted to expand your team. I talked to a lot of marketing agency owners, and they have tried to do it on their own. Like, I was speaking with one today and said, like, "Hey, I just went ahead on LinkedIn, got 300 applicants. None of them were a good fit, and then I spent another 6 hours going through that." What was your main struggle at that point? Is that like you wanted to bring people to your team? You didn't have time. What was the main issue back then?
Yeah, so there's a few things that we were kind of dealing with, which are pretty typical, I think, of this type of business. Which one is, we want to scale, but we want to scale efficiently and economically. So as we look to do that, then how do we find, the talent that can, fit within our culture, provide the quality of work that we need to, satisfy the clients that we're working with? So it becomes a bit of an overwhelming proposition to a certain extent. I know there are platforms out there that you can use to access talent around the world, but I think it's when you don't have a vetting process in place, it can be overwhelming to sort through all these folks out there. So I was really impressed with your team's very rigorous vetting of the candidates that you put forward. That took a lot of the work off of my plate and other folks here who are looking at the candidates plate in terms of screening candidates. And it just provides a level of assurance that we're getting high quality people just based on the way that you screen them and you provide all the background information around each and every one of them. It feels like it takes a lot of the headache and a lot of the toil and time out of doing this type of thing on your own.
That makes sense. That's great. Yeah, it's like you. already super busy, and now you have to find time to go through hundreds and hundreds of applicants. So it's nice to have that help. Let me ask you something. Let's say, what would you tell to other marketing agency owners that are like thinking about working with us and partnering up with us, and they're going through that, I guess, process of selecting or thinking about good choice? What would you tell them?
Well, I mean, obviously, there's lots of different ways that you can try to go about adding people to the team, to the roster, finding talent located in different places, and you can do it yourself, if you will, and go through all that work on an individual basis to find people. I recommend personally the services that you provide because it's as if you have a staffing partner in place to help find not just people, but to find the right people. And it's a huge sort of burden that's lifted in the process of finding the right people. But it's also like you feel like you've got a resource that you can go to as your needs change and expand over time.
That's great. Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah, so bottom line is I highly recommend you working with your team on finding the right people in the right places that are truly talented and capable in a highly efficient manner.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great summary. Like just finding the awesome talent, but then doing it efficiently, which saves time and money for sure. That's great. And one last question: you manage a pretty much 100% remote team across the US and other countries. What's one tip that you can tell to other marketing agency owners and how to handle and how to manage a successful team as the one that you manage right now?
Well, I'm a firm believer in remote work and distributed teams for a number of reasons. It helps people on an individual level save time. For example, for commuting, we can stay so incredibly connected through technology today and feel like we're almost like working next to each other.
Mhm.
And at the same time, we can have the freedom to work with people all around the world in different time zones with different skill sets. And if you have the proper project management and workflows in place and culture of collaboration, then it can be an incredible accelerator of and scaling that you can't get by staffing locally. I think in any market.
That makes sense. Yeah, 100%. It's like you get different opinions, I guess, and different perspectives, and that helps build, better campaigns and better results for your clients. That's awesome. So I want to thank you, Drew, again for your time. It was very insightful to hear your experience, and yeah, thank you so much.